less than all you can be is a strategy that companies use when developing a product that they have, and they want it to make it smaller or shrinkable. For example, like an umbrella, which people use, and then make it smaller, which is compact, easy to use, easy to carry. A tent, pop it up, make it, uh, and then put it back into its carry case, make it easier. Another thing is the shrinkable cup. So if you just have like a cup and just bring it down, make it nice and small, compact. Also, I thought that then be less than all you can be strategy also was like don't oversell yourself or your product. And essentially, if you oversell yourself, it'll come back to bite you in the ass in the future. And that is the be less than all you can be strategy. One size all is a description for a product that will fit uh, all users uh, with one size of the product. Usually products that will be in this area, like wearable blankets like a Snuggie, uh, we have watches, helmets. Products can benefit from using this strategy because they only have to make one size of their product, and that makes it easier in production. And when you're selling, you only have to keep updating one size of that product, so it's much easier, and it makes price per unit go down as well. A great innovation using the one size all strategy would be that of nuts and bolts, because if you imagine if nuts and bolts were not one size fits all, then it would just be a headache during construction and all things like that. It just makes things a lot easier. Yeah, that's one size fits all. One size does not fit all is a very normal strategy for companies to use when they're in the design process of making their product. Some products that are not one size doesn't fit all would be a shoe, because by human nature we do not have the same size feet, so it'd be very difficult to make a shoe that is one size fits all. Similar to like a suit or a fancy attire, um, it's tailored to that person, so it'd be very difficult to make a one size fits all suit or a dress, like say a wedding dress or something, because it's tailored to that person to make them look as good as they can. An innovation in that followed the one size doesn't fit all was when the iPhone switched its charging import. Um, that really made their own market and allowed them to pretty much create all these adapters and side products that people needed so their phones could actually charge and work, and it adds functionality as well. So that was really good. That is one size does not fit all. Seven deadly sins go like this. The pregnant women theory: if a woman can have a baby in 9 months, 9 women can make a baby in 30 days. 2, stepping over a stack of $100 bills to pick up a penny. So you can spend $10 on an off-the-shelf tool, but you can spend $1,000 to develop it on your own, which doesn't work and causes more problems for you to solve in the first place. 3, champagne on a beer budget. You want everything for free, you want it done yesterday, and you pretty much just like over expect everything. 4, the scalpel is only as good as the surgeon who uses it. This is pretty much, if you have all these resources, you can have all these resources, but if you don't have someone that's like spending them smartly, spending it correctly, and building that, you never run out of things that can go wrong. There's always an endless supply of challenges and things that may go wrong. Pretending there aren't any problems doesn't make any of them go away. A plan is just a list of stuff that hasn't happened yet, and everything takes longer and costs more than you planned in the beginning. And the final deadly sin is you can have it good, you can have it cheap, and you can have it fast, but you can only have 2. So take your pick. Those are the 7 deadly sins. When life gives you lemon, you make cherry cake strategy. is essentially you're doing the best with what you can, and you are essentially making a whole new product. Like if you go in and you have lemons, but there's no market for lemons, and you see there's a desperate market for cherry cakes, take your take your lemon cake market and go to cherry cake. I think it's pretty much when a company is doing the best, is making the best with the situation, um, with the hands that they've been dealt, essentially. Yeah, that's make when you get lemons, you make cherry cake strategy. Thanks. Final strategy for I don't spoil my children. I just give them what they want. I believe that in this case, the child is either a company or a product, and usually the creator of that company or product um, thinks of it as their brainchild, and is caring for it. They're working there every day. They think of it as their kid, and they just want it to thrive and prosper. Um, and essentially, when they're making, uh, they're giving by giving them what they want, they're making improvements based on what the market wants, right? And that what they want is based on what the market is wanting and how customers are responding to what you're doing with your improvements, if they're going up or if they're improving it or making it worse. And that feedback is very important. Some companies that do this are like Nike. I would say that Phil Knight is he loves Nike, CEO. Thinks of it as his brainchild. So I think that is the strategy of what is going on here.